Hi everyone, I thought I would pop on and show you what's going on in the garden. I have been transplanting and throwing down seeds here and there, and I thought I'd show you the results of all that. I've been waiting for the day to be warm and sunshiny, but it's pretty much been cool and raining for several days now, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, right here in my first pot here, this was arugula, or is arugula, I should say. And in this one I have some peas planted in the middle, and they have not come up yet. But around the edges I have, I believe these right here, icicle radish, and around the other edges of French breakfast radishes. This pot right here, my horseradish is coming back up in. You can just see it's just coming out. And this is going to be my herb bed, but I had like 7 Lincoln pea seeds, and I decided to just grow them for more seeds. I'm doing a lot of seed saving this year. So I stuck it on either side of this little trellis here. And that's my rosemary from last year. And I will be putting herbs in both these beds. I think that is chives right there. But around the edge I have potato onions that I planted last fall. Oh, up in this container was some shallots I planted last fall. I don't know how they're doing. Over here I put in some purple lady bok choy. I need some more seeds, so I'm kind of planting them for seed. And do a little munching on them. And last fall in this bed I put potato onions there, some garlic kind of in the middle, I think a few shallots down on the end here. Okay, so in this pot, you can see my comfrey just starting to come up. And here's the other one. I might end up planting those in the ground. I'm thinking about it. So this pot here, I threw in some European salad mix. You can see they're coming up really nice. And around the edges I planted some potato onions I had left over from last year. I ate on them over the winter. I had a few left over, so I put those out. But that's looking nice. It seems to be moving along real good as far as the lettuce goes on that. I'll come over here, back over here, and show you, if you look down in here, these are little marvel peas. You can see they're coming up now. And you'll notice there's a lot of peas in my garden. I love peas. This is, I just put this out a few days ago. This is perpetual spinach. Started it inside. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, there's nothing to show for this yet, but I planted some Parisian carrots in this container. I don't see anything. And over here, I planted Kuroto carrots. And there's actually, those are coming up. Let's see, I think that's it here. In this container, I put in, let me see, rocky top lettuce, a few little transplants, but I also threw down some seed. And they are starting to come, you can see they're starting to come up there also. And somebody had sent me 3 blue bantam pea seeds, so I put them in here, and I'll save the seeds from those. They're not up yet. Okay, so in this container I have some spinach. I think this is noble spinach. I put transplants in, but I also sprinkled a few seeds, and they're coming up too. I don't get spinach too long in the springtime. As soon as it gets hot, that's it. So that's kind of why I grew that perpetual spinach. So I can continue to eat something spinach-like in summer. Okay, so here I just put these in. These are transplants. I just put these in like 5 days ago, and they have gone nuts in the ground. They just love it. And the front row here is Calaboose cabbage, but all the rest of it is kohlrabi. And they are loving this cool weather. Now I just keep this a lightweight fleece over them, and at this point I only do that because I have a rabbit in the yard and it keeps the rabbits out. I pulled it back today, and I think I'll do that because he's not out during the day. If I see him, I'll have to cover him back over again. But yeah, just fleeces on him just for the moment to keep him out, and or her, whatever. But I'll have to switch them to some netting later. Oh, and this is cool because I've never grown it. I love turnips, but I've never grown them before. So all along here, you can see they're coming up. These are purple top turnips. All along here and on down there to that green post. Okay, where else are we going here? Oh, so I had some transplants and I threw them in here. These are lettuce. These are select lettuce seed. And these are lettuce mixes. And what I want to do is kind of keep them separate. And that way when it goes to seed, I can keep it as like the European lettuce. We'll, have seed for that and select seed blend. And that way I can keep the different blends separated. Oh, also, I've never grown this before, but I have 3 Calabrese in here. The transplants, as I said, and I also sprinkled some seed down. And I also had some potato onions along the edge here also, through the whole thing. Okay. Now I'm going to start eating on this, so I wanted to show it to you. I've been trying to let everything just grow out before I start eating, cut and come again. But yeah, this is my makeshift cold frame. See, everything is ready to be harvested in the cut and come again method. But yeah, it's doing real good in here. And another thing that's good about it is I'm not really using it for a cold frame now, but I can actually put this lettuce and stuff on the ground and I can close it up at night and the rabbits can't get to it. Or rabbit. I don't know, if y'all watched me last year, I didn't have any rabbits for several months. I don't know what happened to them. Usually I have a whole yard full of them and nothing. And then I ended up with one, and he was around this winter, and seems to be the only one. I hope he finds, or she finds, a little mate there. But I do have to protect. Most of my vegetables here are protected from rabbits, and in the pots they're protected from the squirrels. Because the squirrels in these pots here, I had put chicken wire over because the squirrels get in there and dig for acorns, because that's where they plant the acorns in the fall. So this is some bunching onion left from last year. Let's get the seeds from that. I have 2 kinds of peas growing here, and I just put those in the ground. Oh no, look at that, see that? It's moles. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? So over at this far end, I put in some potato onions, and as you can see, some parsnips are coming up from last year. And these are leeks left over from last year. I need to get them out, freeze them. And this is my brassica bed. This is all early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. And like I said, I cover these over. And in between it, I also have some onions, Red of Florence onions, in between the cabbages. I did the same thing in the kohlrabi bed. It has bunching onions between that. And these are just different cabbages. Let's see what else we got. Okay, I just planted these. Both of these. These are these little dinosaur kales. I just put those in the ground about 4 days ago. I had some shallots in a pot I wanted to put peas in, so I moved them over here. You can see those. Because you shouldn't plant onions. Anything from the onion family with peas, so. This is a Monsterix, or something like that, spinach. And along here, you can also see the turnips. I planted those a couple weeks ago, so I might plant some more in a different place. Okay, so here's some peas. These are super sugar snap peas, and they're just coming up. So those little marvels and these sugar snaps are the first ones that I planted. There's some here, and I just noticed in this over here, they're coming up over here too. And what I was excited about when I came out this morning is I looked back at the calendar last year and I had asparagus at the end of March. So I walked over here today and guess what? My asparagus is coming up. How cool is that? I might take this mulch off. But there they are, my first asparagus of the year. So I think I hit all the highlights. I don't see anything I missed. Oh, I have a bunch of seedlings in the little greenhouse there and inside, but I'll do another video on those. I've been bringing a lot of those outside because it was getting crowded in the house. Anyway, thanks for dropping by. I hope y'all are having a really great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.